It's week 7 of the NFL, and we're going to look here at Derrick Henry. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Titans and the Steelers.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3 to 1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
1st and 10. Here's Levis. Cockrell holds it in left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another big play here as they strike for 31. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Down at the 25. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 24 carries, 113 yards, and a score.
And he's been a touchdown machine for this season. He's number 1 in the league in rushing touchdowns. So that has to help the entire offense as a whole. Play action passes, other people have a chance to touch the football because if you're a defense, you absolutely have to key on him.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Levis sets up to throw here. He finds Hopkins complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running. As the game goes on.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Levis to throw it. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Keon White got in there for the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But
and pressure coming, and they got it once again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, and count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try to slow that pressure down.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They toss it to Warren. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. This defense for the Titans, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Anthony McFarland, his first carry of the ball game to the 43, 2nd down. The Steelers at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So on 4th down, the Steelers going to bring in Braden Mann to punt. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season, but they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team, because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I know I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew, so plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
Levis's throw is on target to Burks. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Levis to throw off play action. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Pickett will look to pass it. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Pickett. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
A 39-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Levis. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's gone down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now Levis. Under pressure, they got him again. T.J. Edwards providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's Austin. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Levis. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Levis now off of play action. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to break those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback,
That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 44. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Pickett back to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Henry. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis. On the slant, DeAndre Hopkins.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yards.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Titans.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Levis on 3rd down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Patrick Queen drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. The kick by Lutz is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And the Steelers set to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Pickett's throw into the hands of Pickens. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Matthews. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of the play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Pickett now on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a throw here to his running back.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Levis. They set up the screen for Henry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Levis looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off the drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
2nd and 10. Here's Levis. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throw windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone. and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
This is Fant on the short completion. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 43. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll throw again with Pickett. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. He'll get it to the 40. Sweet little move in there, but couldn't get much yardage out of it. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this is gone from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Here's Pickett. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. Pickett will look to throw it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. A first down carry for Henry. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First down, Tennessee.
They keep it with Henry on first down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Levis from the gun. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Now Lutz for the field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And they double their lead, pushing it up now to 12-6. So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off the points for themselves.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Pickett. His throw here is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Slot man moves right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
At the 41-yard line.
A handoff for Ward. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 31-yard line. Looking to throw, Pickett. Got him in, it's Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. Pickett. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On 2nd down, Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Holding offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was pretty.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On second down, here's Henry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play. And the Titans first down.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's 3rd and 10. Levis to throw it. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40.
First down, Titans.
Levis sets up to throw here. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Second down, they go again with Henry. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Levis out of the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And he missed it. It's no good. And that'll keep this a 1-point game.
Well, this winds up with empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I showed my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, Three things can happen, and two of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 10. Warren will try the right side. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Back to throw. Matthews. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Titan football. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Throwing on 1st down, but this one lines up to be incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They have what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Man, just couldn't hang on to the slam. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Meanwhile, Levis is that's taken in by a Concord. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And shutting him off down the field. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they get the guard, John Runyon. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Levis. And that is incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. The slot man in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw, Pickett. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are right back in this football game. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 40. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Swift going to try up the middle. Down to the 42, second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Going deep here for Watkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steelers.
On the give, it's Warren. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 22-yard line.
Looking to throw. Matthews. And he's got it. Touchdown. Noah Fant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers will add to their 4th quarter lead. Boswell for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And the Titans getting set to go. Still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defensive rookie, that play only picked up 5 yards.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
A gain of 7. First down, Titans.
They'll run it again with Henry. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much. But now he appears to be in some pain. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. And you're going to get him. Sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
The role of the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the play. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. He finds his man complete. It's Watkins. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4 but got 3. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So Levis and the Titans now down by 8, 2:16 to play. Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
Nice, well coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Levis to throw. That was taken in by Spears. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Here's Levis. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. 2nd and 6 coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Levis. Over the middle into the hands of Burks. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Levis, he'll look to throw it. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but he's going to lead to throw it on.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his arm. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Desperation time now. Here's Levis. But it stays up. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll run right here with Swift. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. So this one in the win column for Pittsburgh.
It's week 8 of the NFL, and we'll see the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Dolphins and the Steelers coming up next.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And I like his honesty, because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say, that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
They won.
Yeah, what I loved about is when he told us about the defense kind of corralled him in the locker room and said, all right, my man, we're not going to do that again this week, are we?
And the Dolphins rush gets home, down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. Just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down. And that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. It seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone. But he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 76 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down up near midfield, spotted at the 48. Running left, Achane. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Tua going to throw. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that one.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Ouch. You thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
A give left side. Here's Achane. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Now Tua. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Achane. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. T.J. Watt. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The kick by Sanders is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Pickett to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop any like that one. 2nd down. When you look at this defense, they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 76 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. On 1st and 10, Matthews. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 2nd and a couple. Back to the running game with Swift. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Haven't been a defensive coordinator yet. The big 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Throwing on 1st down. Matthews. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 15. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Tua. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. Taken right around the 44. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Steelers' 22-yard line.
A give, running right, Achane. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
On the 8-yard, brings up 3rd and 1.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll run for it with Achane. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Achane here. They stay on the ground. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They'll run. Achane. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins had 6 to their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Kenny Pickett and the Steelers ready to work once again. And his struggles, they're continuing. He had 3 interceptions in last week's ball game. 2 more already here before halftime as they take over with a first down. To about the 23.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a pass hauled in downfield and out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Pickett back to throw. He's got this to Pickens. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. 23 yards the pickup there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Matthews. Finds Dulcich out left side. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On the handoff, this is Swift. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
At the 6-yard line.
Looking to throw, Pickett. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even 1 step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Steelers 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you're going to get some damage in an NFL game.
Now he's looking just to add to his totals. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Going to the air, Tagovailoa completes this to Elijah Higgins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And that is incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense, kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, the good stuff, you got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Pickett. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here's Braden Mann now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7. Tua sets up to pass it. Throw left side, and Osborne has it. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now it's 3rd and 4. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Austin. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Matthews. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw again. And now, incomplete. Daylight in front if he could have held on, but he didn't. So instead, it's 2nd down. They'll throw again with Pickett. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
That is caught. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Jerome Baker, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Pickett. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Noah Fant as the 1st half is winding down. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by Higgins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the 2nd half in Week 8 in the NFL. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And this will not be returned, so the 2nd half begins with a touchback. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. Now Tua. That's into the hands of the Dolphins. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle, Achane. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Ball start. Offense.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. T.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 16. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down, Steelers.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's 3rd and a few inches. Swift going to try up the middle. And he will have a Steelers first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
And the Steelers first down.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throwing into the hands of Pickens. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
First down, Steelers.
On 1st down, Matthews. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Matthews. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And that is no good. And this will stay a 4-point game.
Now, this was a clear day in September. I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 18-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Mike Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. On 1st down, back to Achane. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. We ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. Achane. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. For the lead, here's third and goal. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They think they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
2nd and 7. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop 1 pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Elijah Wiggins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Steelers ready for their next possession. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Once again, it's Swift. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Steelers on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he'll be taken down, but he Bucks have first down yardage. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Pickett to throw on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield with man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Austin. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. This is the tight end fan. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Pickett will look to throw it here. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Quez Watkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have retaken the lead. Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking to pass. Tua. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That'll go as a pickup of 8. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On play action, here's Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll dump this off to Achane. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. But just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough to account for a running back downfield.
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On 3rd down, Achane. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now Achane on 1st and 10. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Liam Eichenberg, 2nd-round pick in 2021 from Notre Dame, the guilty party. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Tua going to throw. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 24. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Pickett. And this one incomplete. Another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So Tua and the Dolphins down 21-17. A minute 52 to play. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and a yard.
At the 33-yard line.
Tua. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Here's Tua. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try to get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This definitely four-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. To a hit in the ball zone. And that was ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Now to him. They'll go. Achane. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers are close to finishing off this football game. They'll fake it down the jet sweep, but instead, here's Swift. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. You have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. He's going to get it again, just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Now Hill to return it. Able to push his way through. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something.
Ball.